Chris with HobbyKing.com, and today we have the Orange 616XN receiver. That's right guys, this is a receiver. It's full 6-channel and it's DSM-X compatible. Now what makes this thing unique, and a lot of people may not understand what it's for, but it's what's called CPPM PPM output. It means all 6 channels are coming over one output. And that's compatible with a lot of the multi-rotors and helicopter guys. So any of the flight controllers like Naze, CC3D, APMs, the flybarless controllers on helis can accept like an S-bus or a CPPM input. That's where this receiver comes in. Standard receivers are big and bulky because of those pin headers for servos. Those aren't required for multi-rotors, so essentially the RF section has just been removed. It's CPPM out, and it allows the receiver to be a lot smaller. Now don't let the size confuse you with it being limited range. It's actually the exact same chip in the same RF section from our other 6-channel receiver. So it has the exact same robustness and same features such as failsafe and fast brownout recovery. So it's an amazing RF package. Essentially it's just been reduced in size because it doesn't have those pin headers and that PPM to PWM conversion done on it. So it's an awesome little receiver. You can see how small it is. It's almost the size of the standard RC connector there, and you can see it next to a pen. It is just absolutely uber small. So if you fly DSM-X, this is definitely the receiver for you, especially for like mini quads, FPV racing, smaller helicopters, 250s or 450s that you're flying. This is just an awesome small light package for the answer for a receiver. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about it. How do you bind it? A lot of people are going to ask, how do you bind it, since there isn't a bind plug or a way to bind it. Just like any DSM-X or most 2.4 radio systems usually as a bind plug, all that bind plug does is jumper, ground, and signal. It's the exact same on this receiver. All you need to do is just make yourself a little paper clip or grab yourself a pair of tweezers, and you just go in and short out the 2 outer, plug it into a power source, it starts to blink, and go ahead and binds it up to your DSM-X compatible transmitter. Other than that, you just go into your flight control software such as a Naze 32 and go ahead and map out your channels and set them on up. Let me go ahead and just demonstrate that real quick. So to bind the receiver, all I'm going to do is take a pair of tweezers. I'm going to come in and just jumper those 2 outer pins and just apply a power source to my flight controller here. And you can see, just like any other receiver, we're fast blinking, which means it's in bind mode. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that down, push the bind button on the back of my module here. And see the light changed, which means we are binding. Okay, so it's bound up. I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this and plug it back in. Now, what I want you guys to see is how fast this actually recovers from a power or a brownout. I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. The transmitter is still on, and you're going to see that orange light go out. And I'm going to plug it in, see how fast it comes back on. So it's off. I'm going to plug it in, and you're going to actually see how fast it relights back up. So it shows you how fast it can recover and be bound. That light isn't the power, meaning it's powered on. That actually is indicator of the RF section. I'm going to turn off the transmitter. You can see that orange light actually goes off. Now, it also has failsafe built into it. I was talking about that, and that is a requirement for these mini quads when they're racing in a competition, that if it does lose RF, that it does actually turn the throttle off, and that's built in as a feature. I'm actually going to flip over to my computer here and just show you how the 6 channels work on the PPM, so you guys can see it in action as well as the failsafe. So I've got Clean Flight set up here, and this is a Naze 32 board. I've got it just plugged in. All 6 channels are coming in via our one stream, so I'm just going to plug my USB in here to my Naze and jump on over to our radio section. So it says it's connected. I am connected. I'm going to just jump on over here to receiver. And here are my sticks, and you can see the only thing connected to that is the 616. And I'm going to move my sticks around, and you can see those moving around. And we got throttle over here. Now red is throttle. And then we got yaw and all these other ones, and I got some flight modes. You can see these are moving, so I've got all 6 channels on that. But the main point here, I'm going to bring this throttle up, pretend we're cruising here at about 60% power. I'm going to throw off power, and you can see it just dropped down. It has the failsafe built into it. So guys, this is the new Orange 616XN receiver. It's a micro receiver. Don't think of it as a short range because it's just a small receiver. It has the full RF section from our other 6-channel orange series. Just been reduced in size because it doesn't need those pin headers. It's CPPM, PPM, so make sure you have a compatible device. Most flight controllers and fly wireless controllers can accept this as an input. If you have one of those, definitely take a look at this if you're flying DSM, DSM-X compatible receivers. It is absolutely awesome. It is perfect for these small quads. And the size, you just cannot beat it. As always, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will see you guys next time.